everybody, and welcome to NASCAR Legend Series Season 4. This has been in the works for quite some time, quite literally over a year and a half of waiting. But race number 1 is finally here from the same track that brought you the Season 3 finale, Bojangles Speedway. This track has been remodeled since then, looking a lot better, a major glow up here for Bojangles Speedway, and we are excited to see what it offers for race number 1. But we do have to keep in mind that there is some interesting things in the forecast that could affect this race. Now let's get into the drivers to watch. Dale Earnhardt Jr. setting the pole time here at Bojangles. A fast lap for the 88, a great way to start off the season. Kyle Larson is a newcomer to the NASCAR Legend Series this year, but his resume does not disappoint. He starts a little bit deeper in the field, expect him to move up. Then we have Chase Elliott, another newcomer. Both Hendrick teammates right now are on fire in the Cup Series and have earned their right to compete among the best. Now the cars roll off. A great view of the Lugnut Cup that all these cars want to grab at the end of the season. Now let's get into your NASCAR Legend Series Season 4, race number 1, starting lineup. In row number 1, it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Matt Kenseth starting side by side. And in row 2, it's going to be Brad Keselowski starting beside Ryan Newman. Row number 3 is going to be Joey Logano and Bill Elliott. And then in row number 4 is going to be Ryan Blaney taking the place of the past Cale Yarborough. Much respect to him, and Carl Edwards alongside. It'll be Dale Jarrett and Denny Hamlin in row number 5. With row number 6 containing the Plymouth of Richard Petty and Jeff Gordon. Row number 7 is going to be Darrell Waltrip and Greg Biffle in the 16. While in row number 8, it's going to be Kyle Larson and Bobby Labonte in a Pontiac. Row number 9 is going to be Kevin Harvick and Kurt Busch, both now retired drivers. Row 10 is going to be Truex and Kyle Busch, still current drivers, both in their Joe Gibbs outfits. Row number 11 is Rusty Wallace and Chase Elliott. Row number 12 is going to be Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson. And rounding out the field in row 13, it's going to be Mark Martin and Michael Waltrip. Now we get to today's race facts for the first race of Season 4. It's going to be a 10-lap race halfway at lap 5. There is a looming threat of college though. Hopefully it won't come into play, but we will have to see as the cars now get ready to start Season 4. Dale Jr. clears for the lead, but now Matt Kenseth dives to his inside through that reprofiled inside turn 4, and he will just barely miss the clear on Dale Earnhardt Jr., but he takes the inside in turn 1 to grab the lead. Now here comes Brad Keselowski up into the second position, trying to use the inside, but the run off the high side is too much, and now we've got Ryan Blaney in the wall. Not used to the old equipment of Cale Yarborough. That is a tragic wreck into turn 3. Our hearts go out to Cale Yarborough, and unfortunate luck to Ryan Blaney, as he gets a tire down early, or something happens. That looked like a tire down, so maybe it wasn't entirely Ryan Blaney's fault. Very interesting. We're hearing on the radio that he had contact into the wall on lap number 2 off of 4. So coming to lap number 2, he had contact into the wall. That sent the tire down, and Cale Yarborough into the wall. Unfortunate end to his race. And the cars now coming to a stop on the back straightaway. Our worst fears have come true. The looming threat of college seems to be inevitable. And you can see now what the looming threat of college truly means. As the suitcase is opened and the app state gear goes into the suitcase, die casts are not spared. This sucks. It really sucks. There's no other way to put it. But the race is going to have to be called early. All of the hype only to be stifled by this. Here are your final results. Half points awarded as deemed fitting for the race being shortened this much. Matt Kenseth is a NASCAR Legend Series winner in Season 4. Kyle Larson finishes 11th, Dale Jarrett 12th. All again, half points. It'll be interesting though with the full season championship what these half points will mean. So there is that to look into. It could be very likely that the champion comes down to a half-point difference, depending on how things shake out. You see Matt Kenseth there at the top of the point standings as well. It is only half points, which were not awarded in this race because of the we didn't make it to halfway. And the race ends. No other points awarded this season, so this is how everything shakes out. As you see, all 26 entries rounding out there, with Ryan Blaney in last after his incident in Cale Yarborough's equipment. I cannot express my disappointment enough to you guys. Part of the reason this race hasn't come out for a year and a half, I filmed this over a year and a half ago, haven't been able to get it out because I have just been so embarrassed, honestly, of the product. I ran out of time before I had to go back to college and I couldn't finish the race. It's that simple. However, race 2 is already filmed, so hopefully it won't be all that long until you get to see it. Until then, this is all I have. But I will be working hard to bring you more content, and Season 4 will become the best season ever. It's just going to take a little while, and I hope you guys will bear with me through all of that. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you all have a good night.